Well, what a season he's had. Brown goes inside. Oh, what a slam from
The Panthers have a 3rd and 10. Here comes pressure. So the ball is out in the end zone. And it's
Wheeler finds Vaughn from the logo.
Edelman in motion. Edelman takes the swing pass. Edelman's going to throw. He's knocking it wide open. Amendola. Touchdown.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to our NFL Week 5 prediction video. We have some bye weeks now, so before we start with our picks, let's go over our bye week teams. We have the Green Bay Packers, who probably want their bye week to happen right now after a loss to the Browns and a tie with the Cowboys in a crazy game. They definitely need a bye week to get things back on track. We also have the Falcons, the Steelers, and the Bears all on bye week, coming off some impressive victories for all three of those teams. So that's what we have now for our Thursday night football game. We have, I'm not sure if they're going to wear the rivalry uniforms or not, but we have a rivalry game here with the 49ers at the Rams. Although the Rams stadium is never really that much of a home stadium when they're playing a West Coast team.
That is true.
But we have the Rams, who are 8.5-point favorites. Brock Purdy is back, being out with his injury. 49ers are just so injured. Everybody's injured. No, they don't have a single starting wide receiver from the original starters this season. Everybody's banged up on the 49ers, so I'm not surprised at all that they are 8.5-point favorites. Rams coming off of a very close game that they won. They could have lost, but they made fewer mistakes, so they came away with the win last week. Pretty impressive. The Rams are my lock of the week. So far, we are undefeated with our Thursday night football picks, and the 49ers are just too beat up. I'll give Mac Jones credit, though. He's played really well. He hasn't lost a game yet as a starter, but it's not even like a skill issue. It's just the fact that eventually you run out of people on the roster to really play quality football, and the Rams are healthy. They should win this game fairly easily, and I expect them to, so they are my pick and my lock.
I agree. I think the Rams are going to take it pretty easily. 8.5 doesn't seem ridiculous. The 49ers are just too injured, I think, to put up a fight.
Yeah, I'm picking the Rams also. I'm not going to be totally surprised if they cover that spread. Like you guys have both hit on. The 49ers are beat up, and he fits good into the Shanahan system, so they might get a field goal or a touchdown.
I expect to see a lot of runs and receptions from McCaffrey this game. He's pretty much the last weapon they have left. So
It's about all they got.
Yep. All right, so now that brings us to our next game of the week. We have the Cowboys at the Jets. The Jets are 0-4, looking pretty horrible, but they are in their normal spot, their usual spot, at the bottom of the AFC East. Cowboys coming off of a very unexpected game. I expected it to be high scoring, and I'm telling you guys, every time the Cowboys play, take the over. The over-under for this game is 47.5. I still say take the over. Both teams have really bad defenses. It could be a close game. Cowboys are 2.5-point favorites. It shouldn't be, but it could be. But they put up a really good fight against the Packers last week. I really didn't expect that to end in a tie. I thought the Packers were going to smoke the Cowboys. Micah Parsons really didn't even do too much that game either.
No, he was a non-factor.
Yeah. So I am going to pick the Cowboys to win this game. They've had a lot of competitive games, and they are not a trustworthy team, but this is the Jets we are talking about. So that would be really stooping to a new low if they tie the Packers and then lose to the Jets. So we're going to roll with the Cowboys on the road.
Give me the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys.
I am going to take the Cowboys also. I can't believe they tied Green Bay. And while we're on the subject of tying, I'm just going to have a little rant. NFL, you got to do something about the ties. Football should not ever end in a tie. At least play one quarter. If it's still tied, do a field goal kickoff, like hockey does the shootout. I'm picking the Cowboys to win this one, and I am not going to be shocked if they lose because you know what? They played kind of decent against the Eagles, and then laid a huge egg against the Chicago Bears, who aren't really a good team, but we made their quarterback look like Tom Brady because of our defense. And we could do the same thing with Justin Fields. He could run all over us, pass up and down the field. But I think it's going to be close, and I think it's going to be very high scoring. I wouldn't be surprised to see something in the 40s to 30s here.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't either. Nobody likes ties, including the players. They don't even want ties. Speaking of ties, my record for last week, I went 10-5-1. Now I'm going to have to say and 1 at the end of my record every week because of that stupid tie. But 10-5-1, I mean, not the best, but it was the best out of the three of us, so I'll take it. Overall in the year, I am 40-23-1. See, that doesn't sound good. It would sound better if it was 41-23 or 40-24. So next game up, we have... Stop. Next game up, we have the Vikings at the Browns. I think this game is actually in England.
Is it really? Yes, you're right, it is.
So this is going to be an early game.
Yeah.
People in England are never going to want to watch football. They're never going to want to watch NFL after watching this one. Vikings coming off of a pretty bad loss to the Steelers. They played not very well at all. Browns are just such a strange team. They really are. Their defense, I keep telling people, if you took the Browns defense and combined it with the Cowboys offense, you'd have a Super Bowl type of team.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The Browns are starting Dylan Gabriel this week. I don't think it's going to change much, honestly. I am going to reluctantly pick the Vikings to win this one in a low-scoring game. Over-under 36, and I would probably still take the under here. But I just never take quarterbacks in their first NFL start. But who knows what's going to happen with this one.
Yeah, this is going to be a bad game, but I don't even think it's the worst game London has had in the past 2 years. I'm also going to roll with the Vikings because the Browns are bad. And, yeah, like you said, they're starting a rookie quarterback. Usually they don't win unless you're playing against the Chargers, I guess, but...
Yeah, I said the same thing last week, and look what happened.
So anyways, I'm picking the Vikings also. The Vikings did stay over seas all last week, so they got an advantage there over the Browns. I think they're a better team than the Browns anyways. Browns defense is legit, but I don't think they're going to be able to beat the Vikings this week. Like everybody said, rookie quarterback. They got everything going against them. The Vikings have been over there for 2 weeks, so I'm going to give them the edge there and pick the Vikings to win this one.
All right, next we have the Texans at the Ravens. I wouldn't have really expected both of these teams to be 1-3, but here we are. Texans are actually 2.5-point favorites, and a large part of that is going to be because Lamar Jackson is out. But the Ravens, brutal loss to the Chiefs. They just cannot be any good teams right now. Every week they look worse and worse, to be completely honest. Not really sure what's happening with this team. They also have a lot of injuries on defense, so their defense has been horrible. It's just downhill from here. And now Lamar is out. Cooper Rush will be starting, who has had some decent starts in his career. So I'm not really sure what to expect with this game at all. Texans finally got their first win of the week last week, but it was against the Titans. And the first 3 quarters, they only scored 6 points. So really don't know what to expect here. I really think the Ravens could win this game if they are able to get their running game going. Texans do have a good defense, though. I'm going to go with the Texans. It'll depend on how Cooper Rush plays and if the Ravens can get Derrick Henry going. I just don't know how comfortable he is with his offense. It's not really built for his play style. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm just going to pick the Texans in a low-scoring game, but I wouldn't be surprised to see either team come away with a win here.
I'm picking the Ravens solely because I think Derrick Henry is overdue for another big game, and because, again, now this week they have to win. They have to win this game. They're at home, so I'm going to pick the Ravens. I don't trust them, though.
I am also picking the Ravens. 1, because they're at home. 2, Cooper Rush is a very good backup quarterback. He backed up for the Cowboys and filled in with Dak Prescott. He has a winning record. And 3, I think they're finally going to utilize Derrick Henry, who only had 8 rushing attempts in the last game, which is ridiculous. So I think you're going to see the ball put in his hands a lot. So I expect a big game from him, and so I Texans are, I don't know, they're a dumpster fire right now. So I'm picking the Ravens to win this one.
All right, next we have an entire game of dumpster fires. Although the Giants had one of the I was shocked by the Giants' win last week. I feel like it was kind of a fluke, but I
Yes.
still was shocked by it. One, I never pick quarterbacks in their first start, and two, I would never pick the Giants to beat the Chargers of all teams, and that's exactly what happened. And Malik Neighbors tore his ACL, so that's pretty
Right,
bad.
yeah, that's bad.
But either way, strangely enough, here I am about to pick the Giants. They are not favorites to win this game for some reason. The Saints are 1.5 point favorites. Yes, they're playing at home, but they're 0-4. They have not won a game in so long. I don't know when the last time they won a game was. So I will give the slight edge to the Giants, and the over-under is 41.
Who's the Saints starting at quarterback?
Still
Still
Rattler.
Spencer Rattler.
Who is 0-10 as a starter?
Yeah, I don't.
So I don't get why Vegas is giving him a 1.5 points.
No.
Makes no sense. But
No, I don't really get it. I'll take the Giants on this one. No one's going to watch the game anyway. Really, I mean, maybe the Jackson Dart fans will. But it's going to be a pretty ugly, low-scoring game, I think.
Yeah.
Although I've been way off this year, so who knows? This could be a 45-point game. But I don't think it will be. But I'll take the Giants, I guess.
Give me Jackson Dart to start 2-0 in his NFL career. Just because they're playing the Saints. I would not
Right.
pick him against really any other team except maybe the Titans. Although the Saints did impress me a little bit last week. They put up a fight against the Bills, but I don't see that happening again.
no,
To be favorites is crazy.
it is crazy. I am going to take the Giants, and I just don't think the Saints are going to win. They may go 0-17. If you're watching this, don't pick any games that I pick. Because I went 6-9-1 last week. Absolutely horrible. Came in last place for the week. Now I am 40-23-1 for the season, which is tied for last place. Jacob has company in the cellar.
I call it tied for second place.
Well, okay, that sounds good. I like that optimism. We'll call it tied for second. So, anyways, that's my record, and I wouldn't listen to a word I say.
My record is 43-20-1, which is in first place. Not comfortably, but I'm in first place. For the first time ever, I've never been in first place, only tied. And I went 9-6-1. Not a great week. Just
Now we have the Broncos at the Eagles.
Oof.
All right, this is where I stray from the pack, I think. Eagles are 3.5 point favorites. They're playing in Philly. They came away with another tough win last week, and I've been riding with the Eagles. I've picked them to win every one of their games so far this year, and they have. And now I'm going to pick against them.
Wow.
Broncos had a win last week. It looked good, but I'm not going to make a big deal about it because it was against the Bengals, so it's really not saying anything.
No.
But I think the Broncos might be starting to heat up a little bit, and I think they're going to catch the Eagles off guard. I just have this gut feeling all week long. I've been thinking about this game. Like, no, Eagles, they're in Philly, they're still healthy, but you know what? This is kind of one of those trap games. They're playing a team they never play, only once every 3 or 4 years. I think the Broncos might come in here and surprise them. Their defense is good enough to do it. If they can get the offense rolling again, they could do it. They could catch the Eagles off guard. The Eagles have not played 4 quarters of good football.
They have not, you're right.
They've played really good halves here and there. Enough to win. And enough to beat some good teams and enough to win some close games. And they've taken advantage of a lot of really good special teams play. I'll give special teams credit to them for blocking field goals and all that. But I don't know. Something in my gut's been saying Broncos are going to steal this one. Eagles are only 3.5 point favorites. It's not a lot.
That's true.
It's not a lot,
At
especially
home.
being at home for a 4-0 team. I don't know.
maybe
I just
Vegas
got a
knows
feeling.
something.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm taking the Broncos for the upset of the week.
I like your thinking, but I'm going with the Eagles because they just feel like the Chiefs of last year. No matter how bad they play, they just win the game. I mean, I think I read that the Eagles, I think Jalen Hurts had 0 passing yards in the second half. It was like 0 of 8 for
Yeah.
0 yards, and they still won. No matter how bad they play, they win. But I could see also the Broncos, a little biased, but I could see them going in there and winning the game. I just don't think it happens.
Yeah. I'm the same. I'm taking the Eagles mainly because they're at home. But they've won 4 games. I mean, they've all been close. They shouldn't they've been outplayed a lot in those 4 games, and have come up with a good half or a good quarter to win it. There is a little tension going on in their locker room with A.J. Brown, too. Posting stuff on social media. He's trying to say it wasn't about the Eagles, but we all know it is.
Yep.
And he has been really non-existent in their offense this year. And it's killing me in my fantasy team, so please, Philadelphia, get him the ball.
We have the Raiders at the Colts. Raiders are 1-3. Colts are 3-1 in Indianapolis. Colts are 6.5-point favorites. Raiders finally got their running game going last week with 3 touchdowns. However, they also had 3 interceptions and still barely lost to the Bears in a very high-scoring back-and-forth game. But they did lose again. The Colts lost last week against the Rams, but I still think the Colts are for real because of the way that they lost.
Yeah.
They had some players on the team make some stupid decisions, some bad timing penalties, and that fumble at the goal line. But they were neck and neck with the Rams all game long. If they don't make those couple bad decisions, they could have easily won the game. I think the Colts take this one and roll right into being 4-1, especially against a team that throws so many interceptions. Geno has just been... This is his worst year for interceptions. It's almost looking like he's back on the Jets. He's just not been playing well. They'd be smart if they ran the ball a lot more like they did last week, but those interceptions right into double coverage, not looking too good for them. So I take the Colts to win this one and move to 4-1 and way in first place in their division. Who saw this coming?
Not me.
No one saw it coming, but I agree with you. I think the Colts moved to 4-1, back to first place, actually still in first place in the division. I think the Colts take care of business.
Yeah, I think I'm picking the Colts. They're at home. They're a better team, and Indiana Jones is going to keep rolling. Colts 4-1 after Sunday.
Now we have the Dolphins at the Panthers.
Oh
boy.
It's another giant Saints toilet bowl.
Yep. Dolphins, though they have some cool uniforms.
Yeah, that's the only reason they won. Is because they played great because they were wearing those really cool uniforms.
Yeah, I watched a few minutes of the game, but just not because I cared, just because I wanted to check out those uniforms.
Yeah, they're sharp.
That's cool. We also got to see Tyreek Hill's leg turn into a pretzel there.
Yeah.
That was pretty gross, so injuries are catching up with them as well. But they're playing the Panthers. The Panthers, who were a little too arrogant going into that Patriots game, and they got shown who's boss.
They got smoked.
They ran into the Drake May. So, Dolphins, I think they do take this one. They have a better running game as well. I think Chuba Hubbard might be out. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's either questionable or out for this game. They've been demolished. So I think the Dolphins do edge this one out. 1.5-point favorites. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what will happen.
Even if they're on the road, the Panthers looked absolutely awful again last week. The Dolphins looked okay. I mean, Darren Waller, I don't know where he came from, but he just scored 2 touchdowns out of nowhere. So I guess I'll just roll with the Dolphins even without Tyreek Hill.
I'll tell you where he came from. It's the uniforms. They gave him energy, man.
Was he even on the roster?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I don't think
you
so.
put one of those uniforms on me, I would have played good. So they were really sharp.
Yeah.
Dolphins, wear them every week. That's all I got to tell you. Just wear them every week. You want to play good. Even if you're not wearing them this week, I'm still going to roll with you because the Panthers, they need to get some of those uniforms because they're not very good. So, yeah, Dolphins, I'm picking them to win on the road.
You have to think at this point, after the season's over, the Panthers just pull the plug. I think it's time to give up on everyone on that team.
Yeah.
Coaches, players, except for their rookie wide receiver.
Right.
But for the most part, I think you just got to clean house with everybody. I think you have to. And enough is enough. They get their hopes up because they win one game every 3 months and then they get blown out again. So it's not worth it for them. I would say I feel bad for the Panthers fans, but I've never really met one before. So I'm not sure if they exist.
You know what? That's a good point.
I've
I
never
don't
met
know
a
if I've
Panthers
met one
fan.
either.
Never met a Panthers
I've never
fan.
met
Never.
a Panthers fan.
No. All right, next we have a really good game, I think. Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
Yep.
3-1, going on the road into Seattle against the
Yeah.
Seahawks, who are also 3-1. Seahawks are 3.5-point favorites. Over-under is 45.5. This is the game I debated the most out of every game on this paper. Every single game on this paper. And Mike Evans is out with injury. Seahawks have been looking better and better each week. Sam Darnold looks to be settled into that offense. He's been playing very well, very impressive. He's had a little longer rest time after that game against the Cardinals last Thursday. Tampa, they just fell short against the Eagles, almost made a comeback, but they started off so slow.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for them, and with the blocked punt for the touchdown to start the game. I am going to go with Tampa here, but I'm not super confident. I could definitely see a world where the Seahawks win this one, especially if they can get their running game going. But it's Baker Mayfield, and I think he bounces back. That's kind of what he's known for doing. He's known for losing a game and then bouncing back the next game. So I'm going to pick him to bounce back against the Seahawks. But I think it's going to be close. I think it'll be a good game. Could see a lot of defense in this one as well. But I'll take Tampa to win a nail-biter.
I honestly don't know what to say about this game. I just think I don't know who to pick. I'm going to pick Tampa. The only reason is because I want to. I don't know who's going to win.
I am going to go with the Seahawks to win this one. I think they're playing really well. Tampa is playing pretty good too, but they've had to fight and struggle for their wins, coming from behind a lot. They did it again last week with Philadelphia and came up short. So I hope that world where you see the Seahawks winning happens, because I'm taking the Seahawks, but not going to be shocked if Tampa Bay wins at all. But,
No.
But the Seahawks are at home too, so I'm just going to have to.
Next up, we have the 0-4 Titans going on the road against the 2-2 Cardinals. Cardinals, not really all that impressive of a team this year. They've definitely come back down to earth, but they are 7.5-point favorites against the Titans, and for good reason.
Yeah.
Because the Titans are self-explanatory, pretty bad. Over-under is 42.5. Could see it hitting the under here. I think it'll be a low-scoring game, but I will take the Cardinals to win this one not because of how they are, but just because of how bad the Titans are.
Right.
And that's pretty much all there is to that one.
That summarizes it pretty good. I'm picking the Cardinals because of how bad the Titans are.
Ditto. I'm taking
Yeah.
the Cardinals because the Titans are bad.
Yep.
And now watch, they'll win.
I still don't think.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No,
But
I still don't think it's necessarily Cam Ward's fault.
no.
But he's
no.
playing well. His
He's
receivers.
the only bright spot on the team that I see.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not their year.
He's gotten zero help.
zero.
It's not
so-
their year. It's going to take a while for this
Yes,
one.
it's going to take a while.
Yeah. All right, next we have Washington Commanders 2-2 on the road against the Chargers, who are 3-1. Jaden Daniels is back.
Is he back?
He's back, I think.
Okay.
And the Chargers crazy lost last week. I did not see that coming one bit. Did not expect them to lose that game,
No.
and they did not play well at all against the Giants. I know they have some injuries, but the Giants, really? The Giants,
Right.
they're playing at home. They're only 2.5-point favorites. I am going to take the Chargers to win this one. I think they do bounce back against Washington. I think this could be a fun game. It could be a close game right off the bat, but I still think the Chargers are a better team. They just
Yeah,
need to play like
definitely.
it. So I think if both teams play at their potential, I think the Chargers win this one. And I still don't know how comfortable Jaden Daniels is going to play, how healthy he really is feeling. So we'll roll with the Chargers here. But I could see it being close. I wouldn't be shocked.
I agree with that. I'm picking the Chargers because I don't think they're gonna lose 2 weeks in a row. I mean that game last week against the Giants was bad, but they're still a better team than that. Herbert's a better quarterback than he played last week. So I think they do win, but not easily. I don't think it's easy. And I would like the Commanders to win, do all of the AFC West a favor, mostly the Broncos, so you can compete for first place.
I am picking the Chargers too because I don't think Harbaugh's going to let his team lose two games in a row, especially after blowing a game that they should have easily won. I would have hated to be in their practices this week, but I think he's going to have them ready to play. I think probably last week was they overlooked the Giants and thought they were going to go in there and give them a beatdown, and it didn't happen. So I don't expect the Chargers to get caught with their pants down again. So Chargers at home, getting the W.
So now we have the Lions at the Bengals. Lions are just looking better and better each week. Very impressive
Yeah.
victory, and they're going to 100% keep rolling over this Bengals team. Just a horrible, horrible team. It's got to be frustrating being Jamar Chase or T. Higgins on this offense where
Yes,
you can't
right
even
now.
make a
Yeah.
5-yard completion. I think the Lions themselves cover the over-under. 49.5. I will take the over on this all day long. I think the Lions cover it after the first 3 quarters and then put the bench in. And then I think that's exactly what happens.
Lions are looking better and better each week. Bengals are looking worse. Wow. Bengals are looking worse and worse each week. 10.5 feels honestly pretty low for the spread. I think the Lions can cover that easily.
I'm picking the Lions too. I picked the Lions to cover the 10.5. Bengals are really in trouble without Burrow. I mean, he's their team leader, and it shows. I mean, they can't even get the ball to their weapons, so they're in big trouble. And the Lions will take advantage of it.
Speaking of teams who didn't cover last week, the Bills, the 4-0 Bills, did not cover the spread against the 0-4 Saints. Maybe the Bills are a little overrated.
I don't know. That was a pretty big spread.
We have Sunday Night Football, Patriots at Bills. Patriots are second place in the division. What did I tell you guys? The Patriots, I'm telling you, they are coming for the Bills. The Bills better watch out. The Bills fans better be nervous. Their reign over the AFC East is coming to an end.
He does say it with a straight face.
It's coming to an end. The Bills, they had their little short time after Brady left, but that's it. I hope they enjoyed it. I hope they feel really nervous watching this game on Sunday night. Drake May is coming to take the number 1 quarterback spot in the AFC East. Patriots, it's not going to be long, and they're going to be winning divisional title after divisional title year after year. So the Bills are just hanging on by a thread at this point. They are 4-0. They're playing in Buffalo. 7.5 point favorites, I think, is a little generous. Patriots showed what they can really be last week. But when we don't turn the ball over, we play well. Our defense is getting healthier and healthier every week. Drake May is putting up almost MVP-like numbers. Almost. He's getting close to that.
High school, maybe.
He's getting close to that top 5 category for a lot of different things. Yes, he is. So I am reluctantly taking the Bills to win this one.
After all that, I'm taking the Bills.
You know, James Cook, he's having a good year.
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna fall short a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Patriots won this one. I think they're gonna put up a good fight.
I don't.
And I think they're gonna come very close to winning this one. But the Bills, they're just a little more experienced. That's all. They're a little more experienced. They're a little better. But I think the next time these two teams play each other, the Patriots are gonna win. So I'll take the Bills for this one. But when they come back to New England, I'll take the Patriots. 49. By the way, 49.5 is the over/under. I take the over.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. Bills are overrated.
Patriots being second in the division is not too hard when the other teams are 0-4 and 1-3.
Right. What do you expect?
Believe it or not, the Vikings and the Cardinals would be second place in the
Listen,
division.
we're like 10 points away from being 4-0.
Many teams can say that.
No, we can't.
I think the Bills take care of business quite easily. I don't think the Patriots are going to go into Buffalo
Yes, we are.
and beat the Bills. You pick the Bills.
I'm just telling you.
You're not. No, I don't see it happening. And Josh Allen is still the best quarterback in the division, if not the NFL.
Probably the
Only
NFL.
for now. Only for now.
Forever.
Only for now.
The Bills. I'm picking the Bills. They're at home. They're a better team. I'm not quite as delusional as my son. You could be a high school team right now and be in second place in this division. Josh Allen is the MVP. He's probably the best quarterback in the NFL right now. The Patriots win this, it'll be shocking. It'll be absolutely shocking. But, you know, we were shocked last week with the Giants beating the Chargers. So, it's the NFL. Anything can happen. But I don't believe the Patriots are going to win this game. I think the Bills will win and they'll take care of business. Whether they cover the spread or not, I don't know. They haven't covered the spread the last 2 weeks, but they're still 4-0. The spread doesn't matter.
They are going to be wearing their very cool jerseys.
Are they?
rivalry jerseys.
Do they have
Rivalries?
those? They got their rivalry jerseys?
Yeah.
Oh, the Bills are going to win double digits then.
But we do have the number 1 quarterback from the 2024 draft class. So I think it's pretty.
you
I think
don't.
it's pretty obvious now that we have the number one quarterback. I think if you redrafted,
I think Jaden Daniels is
number
back
one.
now,
No,
so.
I think if you redraft, number one overall would be
Daniels.
Drake May
Daniels.
or Daniels, one of the
Jaden
two.
Daniels, I think, would stay it.
But
Would be number one.
I'm telling you, how embarrassing was it for the Yankees to lose a game to the Red Sox? They should really be ashamed of themselves for even losing a game to them at all. With how good those Yankees fans say their roster is, they should be really, really embarrassed on that one.
They should be.
Okay, last game of the week. We have Monday Night Football. We have the Chiefs, who look like their old Super Bowl selves, going up against the Jaguars, who have a good record, but they still haven't really beat any good teams. They beat an injured Brock Purdy 49ers team last week. So here I am now taking the Chiefs again. We're back on the Chiefs train.
Yeah.
Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites on the road. And as they start to get healthier, their offense is improving. And I think they beat the Jaguars. And they have returned.
It looks that way.
It looks like the Chiefs have returned. It does look like the Chiefs have returned. Okay, I'm going to pick the Chiefs.
Well, there you go. You said it all.
That's all I need to say. Worthy really makes a difference.
He does. I'm also going to take the Chiefs. I was listening to somebody a couple weeks ago after the Chiefs played the Giants and were pretty pathetic in the first half. And they come out of the second half and had that great drive, and they said after the game, the Chiefs have figured it out. And I didn't think they had, because they didn't really play great after that drive. But after last week's beatdown of the Ravens, they might have figured it out.
Yeah.
So the Chiefs might be a team to reckon with from here on out. They certainly didn't look like they did the first 3 weeks of the season. That's for sure. So I'm taking the Chiefs to beat the Jaguars. Like Jacob said, they're 3-1, but who have they beat? I don't think they're that good. I don't think they're as good as their 3-1 record. So the Chiefs I think win an easy one.
All right, let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. And we'll see you next time.